Hello, it's time for a new vlog, and we're gonna actually do a thing for once. Which is, we're gonna do a eating vlog, or a cooking vlog in some way, I guess. So kind of like a week in my life of work day, dinners, meals, things. I don't know. I'm also filming this drastically earlier than I normally would, because a lot of my vlogs I film quite literally the week before I post it, and then I give myself 3 days to edit it. However, I just posted my vlog for February, and then I'm filming this now. So we'll see how it goes, if I give myself more time to actually review the footage and see if maybe that makes editing a little easier, or if, I don't know, I just hate everything, I have time to make a new video. Anyways, hi, my name is Skylar. If you haven't been here before, or you're returning, if you're returning, hi, thank you. I'm a 30-something living in Maine, and I just mostly vlog about cleaning, let's be realistic here. But for once, we're finally going to do a cooking vlog, which I think I mentioned way back, like vlog 1 or 2, what this was intentionally supposed to be, and then it just didn't happen. Probably because part of my issue of cooking is I work from home. And like when I'm done working, I just don't want to do anything, so my odds of cooking, specifically from scratch, is so minimal. But I figured if I actually vlog it, it might force me to do something, although I'm being lazy today. In that, I'm gonna cook some frozen meatballs. Because I'm not really hungry, but I do want to eat something, and I'm craving a meatball sub. So I have these frozen meatballs that have been in my freezer since November. And I have sub rolls that I bought this weekend. I got sub rolls. I got some jarred sauce, and I have some sliced cheese, like sandwich slicing cheese. So I'm like, why not just do a meatball sub? Really easy. These sub rolls aren't very big, so I could probably get away with using the actual serving size for these, which I think is 3. I might do 4, actually. I think 4 could probably fit okay. But the point is, like, I can get away with eating pretty close to the normal amount you're supposed to eat. And then I also want to make some garlic and herb butter, so I can, like, butter the bun, toast it, then put the meatballs in, and put the sauce and the cheese and under the broiler and all that jazz. So that's where we are for tonight. But also, besides this being a lazy meal, this is also like one of those weeks where I didn't really buy anything for groceries. I literally bought these sub rolls. I bought butter. I bought milk. And I bought some sliced deli meats. That is it. It's very much a pantry/fridge clean out type of week. And where these have been in my freezer for months, I should probably do these first. I did take out meat I had frozen for like shepherd's pie. I took out some chicken. I have some pie dough, like pre-made pie dough. Pre-made pie dough I need to use as well. That technically expires this month. That I can use to make some shepherd's. I think salmon pie. I almost said shepherd's pie. Yeah, well, I mean, could a shepherd pot pie be good? Maybe. But yeah, I have like a potato that's been chilling for a while. That's literally growing some new roots. I bought this to make salmon pie, like, I don't know, probably a month ago. Whoops. Oh, I also have tortillas I need to use that I have had for a bit. So we have a lot of cleaning out to do. Like, a lot. That way when I do groceries at the end of this week, I can do an actual grocery run with like actual fresh things. Okay, let's get the meatballs in the oven, which these are just 350 for like 20-ish minutes. So that's more than enough time to like get the sub roll ready and get the butter and stuff going. And yes, I am using jarred sauce. I am super lazy. I don't feel like making sauce from scratch. There's nothing wrong with jarred sauce. The one thing I will say is be careful with sugar. This unfortunately has 7 grams of sugar in it, which is like nasty. Because they put sugar in it, so 1, it tastes better, but 2, it kind of combats the acidity of tomatoes. But jarred sauce tends to have like more sugar than it truly needs. Okay, let me get the meatballs in the oven and figure out filming-ness. Yeah, so hold on. Alright, we're back. And my meatball's supposed to be finished in the oven. Let me like move this just ever so slightly. So I do like everything else ready. So we're gonna be a little lazy. I don't think I'm gonna need a lot of sauce. I'm just putting it into a sub roll. So I'm just gonna warm up some sauce like in this, and then just mix some seasonings in. I do tend to buy ragu, and it's supposed to be seasoned, but for me, it is not seasoned enough. So I do like to add a little bit more to it. I probably don't really need to heat it up, I guess. It's in a jar. I mean, it's going to go under a broiler, so I guess I don't need to worry too much about that. Alright, add a little bit of salt. It's never salty enough for me. A little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper. And a little bit of garlic powder. Never garlicky enough for me. I like a lot of garlic powder. Alright. And also, while I'm thinking about it, you know what? Can I move this back a little bit so I can be a bit more in focus? That's the problem with this kitchen. Like, it's so hard to film in here. I probably should just put my 20 mil on, but I just don't feel like it. Alright, I'm gonna add a little, and by a little, I mean a lot of garlic powder. I just softened the butter because I don't want it to melt. But yeah, I just would love to upgrade my camera. Do I need to? No, I really don't. And I hate that. I just do. Okay, I didn't think about the fact I need to get a tray out to put the roll. I didn't think about that. My meatballs should basically be done. It's been more than 20 minutes, but only because if I do exactly 20, they're never heated enough on the inside. So, in fact, they're gonna kind of sit for a few. Okay, let me figure this out. Because these are not pre-sliced. But the problem is, with like bread like this, it's so soft. So it's hard to get it to like stand up once you start putting stuff in it, which kind of sucks. I could try making my own bread, like my own sub rolls, but I don't know. I've never made enriched dough. Enriched means like you're putting like sugar and like eggs and stuff. I've done like sandwich bread. I guess technically that's enriched because that's sugar, but usually it's more so like egg and stuff, egg and whatnot is really enriched. But I don't know. All right, I'm trying not to overcut this to the best of my ability here. I'm sure somehow I still cut it too much. Hello. All right. Yeah, this is gonna totally not do what I want. Alright, I should probably use a knife. Why did I put the knife I was using in the sink knowing I'm gonna need that knife again? We're just not that smart, apparently. Alright, this should... Oh yeah, I can spread this. That's just the bread being bread at that point. But, like I said, it's fine. We'll make it work. Okay, I need to take out the meatballs. Oh yeah. Look how much oil and grease came out of there. I don't know if I can see that. Let me like hide my face. It's like so much. So I tend to curl up the edges, hoping that helps it. Make it broil. Turn this on so I can see. Chew in. Alright, I'm gonna get my cheese. Oh, I need to date this sauce. Always date your sauces before you put them in the fridge. That way you know when you open them. Something I got from my parents. One of the useful life tips they taught me growing up. Alright, I think that's good. I think that will do. Okay, close that up. And now the worry of how we're doing this. Up there so I don't touch it like a fool, because I will. Alright, I think 2 slices of cheese should be plenty. The amount of sodium I'm going to be ingesting right now, far too much. Alright, so I'm going to put a little bit of sauce, like down. By the way, no, I don't normally do this. So, this is me falling like, how do I want to do this? Because I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, maybe I did need half a cup. Maybe a fork was just fine. Alright, so I'm going to do meatball, meatball. Okay, 4 meatballs was ideal. Okay. So, yep, not right. Hello, paper towel. Alright. So then I'm going to put sauce on top of the meatballs. This is going to be so soggy, potentially. Which is what's scary about it. Yeah, I did not need half a cup. I totally could have done a 4th. Well, we're living and we're learning. We're living and we're learning. Alright. And I'm going to break these up. Do I want to do it this way? Yeah, probably. That'd be easier to do it that way. I want to season on top of the cheese. I need salt, but we're going to do it anyways. Pepper. Watch this cheese just slide right off. Hello? Oh, my roommate's cat found something on the floor. Of course he did. Alright. Into the broiler. We're gonna hope for the best. Alright, how are we doing? Ooh, we burnt. Whoops. Oh no. I don't know how well you can see that. Look at that. She a little burnt. Are we gonna eat it? Yeah. Yeah. Damn. What's the word? If I touch the pan, that's the word. Tray. Sheet pan. Yeah, because if you look, just there got burnt, but then this side's just fine. Doing my best. Alright, let's give this a try. Oh, she heavy. It's actually fine. So that's good. Alright, I'm going to eat this. And then I do want to make a little dessert for myself. Like I said, I haven't eaten. Did I say this? I didn't say this. I haven't eaten today. So, we're going to be naughty. So I'll be right back. Alright. Other than the fact I basically burnt the bread 10 out of 10. Like, there was no burnt taste, so I ended up eating the whole roll. So, that's good. Just know for next time, obviously, don't walk away. Part of the issue, I believe, is the fact that I was toasting, like, the garlic butter, so that made the bread toast quicker. Alright, so for desserts, I want cookies. I made some cookies over the weekend, like on Friday, I think it was. This is Sunday, by the way. And I don't ever cook, or rather bake, a full batch. So, hold on, my roommate's cat's ruining my rug. Literally, only one cat will claw the rugs, and I don't understand why. Anyways, I made some like double chocolate chip cookies, and I just I baked 6, and I made 5 of them into dough balls and put them in the freezer. So I'm just gonna go ahead and slap these on a tray. I'm gonna bake these. I also already put. Is there salt on these ones? No. Okay. The ones I baked already, which we already ate, I pre-salted them before going in the oven, so I like slightly flattened them and then pre-salted them with like flaky sea salt. That way you get like that bit of saltiness when you bite into it. These are a little frozen, so I can't like smush them down. So it is what it is. All right, I'll let these bake for like, I don't know, 10 to 12 minutes on 350, and then I'll show you the gooiness when they're ready. So be right back. Alright, we're back. The cookies sat for a little bit. So, because I did bake these from frozen, they're going to be a little, like, not by a little, a lot underbaked. Because I do like underbaking them. And let's just see. Can I, like, let me just take myself off camera. Also, the salt's, like, falling off because I didn't let this sit long enough, but it's fine. They're still very gooey. Look at that. And you're like, that's super underbaked. It's like, no, trust me, it's actually okay. It's because it hasn't sat long enough. So it still has a lot of like the moisture and stuff in there. Trust me, they're okay. They were in the oven for like 14 minutes. I do this all the time. So I'm sorry. You should probably hear my crunching, because I unfortunately had braces for many, many years as a kid. And I also had like an overbite device, which literally pulled my overbite back. And so now I eat really funny, and I'm kind of on those verges of, was it TMJ? Whatever, it's the part where you have like pain stuff from chewing and all that. I don't have any pain, but my hygienist is like pretty sure my mouth is kind of, or my jaw is potentially in that realm. But where I don't have pain, she doesn't see a reason to address it. Because typically you address it because it's painful. So for now, if you hear me eating in videos, you will probably hear a crunching. It's my jaw just smacking together because I had braces and you had to learn to eat different braces, and when you have an overbite device, which I think I've talked about it before, but when you have one of those, the way it pulls it back, you have to chew a certain way. Because the one I had was a top piece and a bottom piece, and it had basically like a sheath that another pole went into, so it connected it to one long piece. But if you opened your mouth too much, it'd come out, and then you'd stab yourself because it was sharp. Because for some reason they made it sharp. I don't know. Dentistry and orthodontistry have come very, very far in the last, like, let's say 100 years or whatever, even just the last, like, 10 years. But my childhood was very painful because of that, of braces and the overbite device, and I'm thankful my parents could pay for that because that shit was expensive. But it has left me with unfortunate mouth problems, which I think maybe is more attributed to how my teeth were fixed than anything else, so, you know. Alright, my hands are greasy. I want to eat my cookies. So I will see y'all tomorrow, which is Monday, where I think we're going to make shepherd's pie. Either shepherd's pie or salmon pie. Probably shepherd's pie, because I want to make sure that beef gets used up for... I forget about it. Alright, I will see you then. Alright. Welcome to Monday. I was hoping to wait to the end of the week to do this, but tonight's going to be a non-cooking night. And by non-cooking, I mean we're doing a freezer meal, which is in no way healthy, because this is just pure sodium. So I don't remember if I mentioned this yesterday, but I ordered a storage rack to replace my roommate's shoe rack that I gave them, because it's just not working. Because basically my roommate is like a lot of people, is that you have a spot by your entryway door and you put a piece of furniture there and you just throw things on it until it collapses. Yeah, that's kind of what my roommate's shoe rack is doing. And I figured just to make life easier, I would just get a rack to go there, because it's my shoe rack, I gave it to them. So I'm like, well, let's get rid of the shoe rack and just build like a utility shelving unit instead, which I already have a bunch. Like there's one behind me, I have one that all my food's on, along with like my camera equipment that I don't ever use. And then there's another one that everybody has all their food and stuff on. So like, let me just buy another one of those, because you know what, it'll fit in. It'll fit in. However, I also need to work out tonight, because I didn't work out last night, but I worked out Friday and Saturday, and I gave myself last night off, so I need to work out tonight. So that means we're going chicken patty, tater tots, and then I do have some canned green beans I can eat, so I'll probably heat some of those up, just so I can get like something, but like green beans are kind of starchy too, so it's gonna be a lot of carbs and sodium. But this is like my easy meal. Granted, this could be totally used for other things because it's just frozen chicken patties. But this is the no cook night. I was gonna make shepherd's pie tonight because I really need to use that meat. But we're gonna cook tomorrow. We're gonna hope for the best. Like, I'm gonna just say this: the meat might be slightly discolored by tomorrow. It's still like very brilliantly that reddish pinkish color, so I think it's fine still for right now, because I bought it and I put it immediately in the freezer, and the day I bought it, it had like a 2-day shelf life on it. Technically I took the meat out on Saturday, but it didn't probably fully thaw until like Saturday night or even Sunday morning potentially, so today's technically like that second day if you want to count yesterday. So I think it will be okay tomorrow. I'm not too worried. I am one of those people that's like, unless it smells bad, clearly has gone bad, a little discoloration isn't a big deal to me, I'm gonna cook it. Because like, it's gonna discolor from oxidizing, that's just how it works. So, I'm gonna make sure it's by tomorrow. But for night, we're going lazy. We'll get some protein, and we'll get... How much sodium are we getting? Getting a lot of sodium. Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of sodium. So, I need to drink a lot of water. Alright. So since I'm not cooking, let's go ahead and scale over to me building that rack, because I gotta show something happening today. So, hold on. Alright. The lighting, maybe to the sides, I'm gonna be blown out because I don't really have a choice. Like, I could do this non-facing the lights, but this is where I sit. So, unfortunately, means blown out lights in order for me to be visible. So, sorry about that. So I'm hoping this will not be too difficult to build. It is unfortunately pretty basic shelving, where it's like you do the little 2 plastic pieces, and you fit the shelf over the plastic pieces, but the plastic pieces never truly sit right, and then you get frustrated. So I think it's gonna be like that. Usually what it is. I don't really look at this, because this is one of those things where Walmart's like, oh, this is like normally like $70, but it's only like $30 today. And it's like, it's all the same bullshit metal. Why is it so expensive to begin with? Oh yeah, it is. Exactly that. Yep. Good old metal. It all looks the same. And there it is. The black pieces that we all hate, because they're terrible. I assume there's nothing special I'm doing other than just connecting the pieces. Yep, just screw the poles together and put the pieces on. Discard the black and the spacers, yeah, okay, cool. Alright. Alright, spacers. Forgot the thing I just read about. Alright, we'll just time lapse this. Okay, this has been built. One thing I hate about these racks is the little pieces they give, the little, like, I don't know, brackets, I guess, whatever you want to call them. They never, ever slide all the way on. I don't understand. I have never seen one in person where these were perfectly lined up. I have never, ever seen one in person, which is fine. However, what I like about this, though, is that this one had little holes, and then these have notches. I don't think you're able to see it in this lighting, but if you can, they have little notches so it fits into the hole. So that way when you go to put the shelf on, it doesn't push the piece down. Because I feel like with a lot of these, you have to figure out your own spacing. This is predetermined, which is kind of nice. Not why I bought it. I just bought it because it was the cheapest option. But it makes sure that you have them properly spaced. But then because they slide into holes, these don't get pushed down. Because sometimes that'll happen and your shelf's like super uneven. But the problem is I still can't get these to sit evenly, so the shelf is gonna be lopsided, but you know, it is what it is. Funny enough, my food is about to be ready, so I actually finished this in time, so I just put the food in the oven before I started this. This also has leveling feet, so you can unscrew the feet to like level the shelf, which is really nice. I think when I bought this, the ads that you do in like 15 minutes, I did about 20, but I was also sitting here just like staring at it for 8 years. Cool, like 10 out of 10 would buy this again. I have no idea what brand this is, but like I would totally buy this again. This is the brand listed on here. It says paylesshere.com. So I don't know if that's the brand, but this was great. Like 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Alright, I'm gonna take my food out of the oven. I'm gonna eat, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get this situated and figure out how to... Oh, I also bought... What did I do with them? Oh, I bought shelf liners to go on these. I only bought 3 of them because I figured these would be more so for like my roommate's shoes because they're gonna go on the bottom, and then the very top will probably be like random things. I'm thinking probably the first 3 will be where these are, and then these 2 will just be like whatever my roommate wants them to be. But yeah, so I'm gonna eat. We'll put this where it needs to go, and then that'll be end it for the night. So I'll be right back, I guess. Alright, quick little thing. I just realized I never changed my white balance when I was filming in the living room. So that's gonna look real interesting when I go to edit that. But the other problem is the liners I bought are too small. So I bought the right size, but they're not the right, like, I paid for the right size, but they're not the right size. So this rack is a 14 deep by 24 wide, but these are all like 12 by 22. Now, yes, I know these have to be technically a little bit smaller, but even if I push this all the way up, like the actual cutouts, they don't match. I'm not gonna return them because they're just gonna have shoes and stuff sitting on them. So like whatever. Let me like move this. I want to move that up. I want to be able to show you what's there. This is my roommate's skating bag, so please excuse this. They do derby. Stuff. It doesn't really have a home. It just kind of goes there. No. Don't you dare, boy. I'm watching you. Don't you dare. There we go. But yeah, overall, this definitely had like the same amount of shells. 1, 2, 3, 4. It had 6 shells. So like, it fit the shoes better. In terms of like, there was more shells for shoes, but like I think this is better because then like you get bigger bins to put things on and whatnot. You can get like S hooks to hang stuff on, which is probably what's gonna happen, honestly. But yeah, the shoes. This is better. All right, this needs to go. I know. You're there. Oh, my hat. We have a hat. Look at the hats. All right. That's gonna do it for today, and we'll go back tomorrow to actually cook some shepherd's pie. So I will see you on Tuesday. Alright, it's Tuesday, and I think you can probably guess by the fact I have graham crackers in my hand that we're not cooking. This has unintentionally become a no-cook day. And that's because I ordered Five Guys for lunch. Because I was genuinely kind of hungry, so I ordered Five Guys. Thing is, when I order something like that, I tend to not be hungry for the rest of the day for the most part. So, yeah, that happened. If I want to check in, it felt appropriate to check in. That way I just like skip to Wednesday and you're like, what happened to Tuesday? However, in setting up my camera, I did notice something. I have the wrong vlog profile on. So, for Sony, I use Profile 9, which is just like straight up vanilla S-Log 3. However, I was like messing around looking at settings, and at some point I switched to Profile 8, which is S-Log Cine, S-Log 3 Cine. So it's still S-Log, and I do have LUTs that will convert that to like regular, so like that's not a big deal, but I don't film in that usually. So, hope it looks okay. Editing Skylar, sorry. You have to chime in again on that one. Wait, I'm gonna get to doing things I gotta get done. I will check in tomorrow. The meat may have some oxidation. I'm really sorry. I know a lot of people like don't cook with that. We're gonna cook with it. Unless it smells bad or looks weird, like actually looks weird, then we're gonna end up cooking with it. But I'm not wasting my like $7 I spent on it. I just don't have the energy to cook. Also, like I'm not hungry. So, alright, I will check in tomorrow. Sorry. Alright, it's finally time to cook. Because I really can't let this meat go any longer. Which it still looks fine, so we're gonna hope for the best. Also, I thought I spent way more. I apparently spent like under $5. I thought I spent like $7 for some reason. Alright, we're gonna make some shepherd's pie. Which I've made before, obviously. And I'm thinking I'll turn one of these sub rolls into garlic breaks. And I have one idea works. I don't need 2 more rolls, so I can sacrifice one of these. Also, potato. I have this one growing roots, and then I have 2 more who are also growing roots. I think this one's not enough. What's the word? Enough potato for shepherd's pie. So I'm thinking to snatch one of these. But these ones are just bigger. Yeah, I think we'll go with this. And then we can just kind of like add this one into here. Or actually, let's take it out of this bag. Because then I can put the scraps from peeling the potato into here. I think that'd be a great idea, actually. Yeah, this is like sprouting, but it's not bad. Because it's in the dark anyways. No worries there, it's fine. Alright, that's what we'll do. Put these back into the darkness. Alright, this to make this easier, I'm just gonna, I think we'll just time lapse this one. So, yeah, let's get to it. Alright, we need to end this damn vlog by actually cooking one last meal, but it's more of a fun meal because I don't feel like cooking because I ended up having leftovers of that shepherd's pie. So we're just gonna make fun dinner, which is pancakes. It's easy, and I just really want pancakes, so. Except they're not so much traditional pancakes because they will have oatmeal and brown sugar in them. And also a good bit of cinnamon. So let's do that. Get that going. And yeah. Alright, that's going to do it for this vlog, which hopefully turns out okay, because I don't want to film anything else. I'm gonna go enjoy my pancakes, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!